magic was looked down upon as a fairy tale, but now it's become widely used technology. In 2030, the world underwent a major decline in temperature, resulting in shortage of food and other sources, ushering in the beginning of the Third World War. The world population plummeted to 3 billion. However, thanks to the solidarity of the world's magic technicians, the Third World War was brought to an end. Magic was a highly competed for technology. In 2092 in Okinawa, Miyuki spectates from the air defense system room her brother Tetsuya bombing a whole fleet coming his way. In 2095, Tetsuya and his younger sister, Miyuki, start their first day at First High School teaching modern magic. Miyuki is concerned about her brother being a Course 2 student after getting a low mark at the entrance exam. Tetsuya assures her that practical fighting abilities is what matter, not the test scores. No matter how many words Miyuki says about this, Tetsuya tells her there's nothing to be done about it and wishes her good luck for her speech as the freshman student's representative. As Tetsuya kills time and walks around campus, two girls pass by and gossip about him being a weed, that is, a low-level student. Tetsuya then runs into the president of the student council, Mayumi, who seems to be quite interested in him. As Tetsuya shows respect, he notices her wearing CAD, that is, a gadget used for unleashing magic. Prior to the ceremony, Tetsuya takes his seat in the auditorium and notices that Course 1 students have seats of their own and are separated from Course 2 students, a clear sign of segregation. Following the ceremony, Tetsuya meets Mizuki and Erika while waiting for his sister. Soon after, Miyuki delivers her speech as the representative of freshmen. Mizuki guesses that Tetsuya's sister is the freshman representative due to their similar commanding gaze and aura, stunning Tetsuya, who then realizes Mizuki has oversensitivity to spirit particle emission, that is, an ability that enables its holder to know people's secrets and look inside their spirits. Miyuki approaches and asks her brother if he's dating already, but Tetsuya shuts her down, reminding her of how rude her remark is. Mayumi also approaches and tells Tetsuya she's looking forward to having a long chat with him. At home, Miyuki panics and freezes the kitchen, having not received a phone call from her father. Tetsuya calms her down, telling her it's very likely they'll never receive a phone call, since Tetsuya refused to work at his father's company. The next day, Tetsuya and Miyuki go to a temple, wherein Tetsuya spars with a group of shinobi and practices his taijutsu. However, the master, Yakumo, teases Miyuki and rattles her, describing her as a flower bud on the verge of opening. Suddenly, Yakumo is attacked by Tetsuya. The two engage in an epic fight afterwards. Not standing a chance against Tetsuya's taijutsu, Yakumo starts using magic. Following the fight, we see Tetsuya lying flat on the ground, exhausted. In class, Tetsuya meets Leo, who starts asking him what his magical skills are, to which Tetsuya replies that he has little magical abilities, but he strives to be a magic engineer. Hearing this, Erika is amazed. Leo then asks Tetsuya about who she is, calling her a dude. The two start bickering. While Tetsuya has lunch with Leo, Mizuki and Erika, Miyuki asks to join them. Her fellow Course 1 students pass by and mock her for wanting to share the table with Course 2 students. Not wanting to cause any tension, Tetsuya just leaves. After school, Miyuki apologizes to her brother. Erika, Leo, and Mizuki start quarreling with Course 1 students. Even so, it escalates into a fight between Leo and Murasaki, who pulls out his CAD to attack. Before he can attack, Erika disarms him. Before the other Course 1 students start attacking, Hanoka stops them and activates her CAD, ready to attack. Having read her activation sequence, Tetsuya tells his sister to stand down before she can intervene because there's no need to attack. Hanoka's magic is stopped by Mary, the head of the disciplinary committee. Mary decides to take their statements since head-to-head magic attacks are criminal acts in this school. Tetsuya jumps in and apologizes, telling her it was all horseplay gone out of control. He also adds that Murasaki's family is famous for their quick draw technique, so he just wanted Murasaki to demonstrate it just for future reference. Hearing this, Murasaki is totally confused. Mary then asks why Hanoka tried to activate her attack, if this was just mere horseplay, to which Tetsuya replies that Hanoka's attack was just a flash spell where the potency was considerably suppressed. Hearing that, Mary is astonished at how Tetsuya can read the activation sequences as they're being launched. Tetsuya takes that compliment well, as he reveals that he's adept at analyzing magic. Mary then remarks that he is adept at deceit, to which Tetsuya replies deceit is out of his league since he's just a good-for-nothing Course 2 student. Regardless of what class he is, Tetsuya adds that the very fact one has been admitted into this school is enough to make them a talented magician. Therefore, from the day the school begins, students are either honor students or irregulars like him. Mayumi chimes in and covers for Tetsuya, telling Mary nothing's wrong with using magic to educate others. Mary decides to let this incident slide and tells Tetsuya she'll remember his name as she walks off. Murasaki rants and tells Tetsuya he'll never acknowledge him, as he storms off. Hanoka then apologizes for what happened and commends Tetsuya for masterfully preventing the situation from escalating. The next day, Tetsuya and Miyuki are invited to the student council room for lunch and are introduced to Rin, the school's treasurer, and the secretary Azusa. Rin notes that Tetsuya and Miyuki sound more like lovers than siblings. Tetsuya just jokes and says he'd want to have Miyuki as his lover were she not his sister, causing everybody to cringe and his sister to blush. Miyuki accepts to join the student council and demands they let her brother be a part of the council too, which is declined seeing that her brother is a Course 2 student. Mayumi invites Miyuki to join the student council. Miyuki looks at her brother for a moment and tells Mayumi to give that position to her brother, given that her brother is more talented than her. However, Rin remarks that this is not possible since officers of the student council are chosen from among the Course 1 students. After Miyuki apologizes and accepts her position, Mary jumps in and reveals there's still a vacancy in the disciplinary committee. She thinks Tetsuya is a perfect fit for this position. Tetsuya is a bit reluctant about it since he doesn't know what the disciplinary committee does. The disciplinary committee maintains order in the school and crack down on disorderly conduct. Tetsuya protests that he isn't good enough at wielding magic, as he is a Course 2 student due to his miserable scores in his practical exams. Mary responds that it's okay since she's responsible for testing strength. After the school bell interrupts their conversation, Mary tells Tetsuya to stop by again after school to carry on this discussion. In class, Tetsuya mulls over the invitation and talks about it to his friends as he practices using his magic to move a cart. However, he's too slow at doing it, so he starts thinking of turning down the position. After school, Tetsuya and Miyuki enter the student council room to meet the vice president of the student council, Hattori. Hattori ghosts Tetsuya and fully addresses himself to Miyuki. Before Mary takes Tetsuya to the moral committee headquarters, Hattori protests about having a first-year, Course 2 student like Tetsuya in the committee, reasoning no Course 2 student has been put in a demanding position like that before, as Tetsuya lacks the necessary skills for the job. Mary replies there's more than one kind of practical skill. Tetsuya has the brains and skill of reading activation sequences directly. He can also tell what kind of spell is about to be activated. To Mary, he's a good fit for the position and a powerful deterrent to law violators. Another reason Mary wants him to be on this committee is the emotional chasm between Course 1 and Course 2 students since the school system favors Course 1 students. Mary will not allow this discrimination to go on. That is why Tetsuya is a perfect fit. Still, Hattori is adamant and insists against appointing Tetsuya. Miyuki jumps in and defends her brother. Hattori accuses her of nepotism, as he also states that a good magician must remain objective and level-headed. Before Miyuki can respond, Tetsuya stops her and challenges Hattori to a duel, shocking everybody in the room. Hearing this, Hattori becomes edgy and accepts, vowing to put Tetsuya in his place. Minutes before the duel starts, Hattori plans his attack and how he's going to cast his spell to knock out Tetsuya. Prior to the duel, Miyuki apologizes to her brother. Tetsuya just strokes her cheek, telling her not to get angry in his place. Being the referee, Mary explains the rules of the duel. Right before the duel starts, Hattori starts planning his attacks. He'll be launching a speed-oriented, simple activation sequence and then casting a spell that'll send Tetsuya flying back meters, thus knocking him out. With that in mind, Hattori gets cocky, thinking he's already won the battle right before it started. Mary signals the start of the duel. Hattori starts activating his magic spell according to plan. However, the duel takes a turn when Tetsuya moves behind him in a formidable speed and knocks him out with his CAD, thus winning the duel, shocking everybody. Following the duel, Tetsuya reveals that he unleashed some compound waves that clouded Hattori's perception, causing him to hallucinate and fall unconscious. After Hattori regains consciousness, he apologizes to Miyuki for accusing her of being a nepotist and shares one last bitter look to Tetsuya without uttering a word. Given his prowess and unprecedented fighting skills, Tetsuya is officially a member of the Public Moral Committee and is introduced to Kotaro and Midori. The following day, Mary holds a meeting and instructs the whole Morals Committee to patrol the school during the club's recruitment day. Following the meeting, Morisaki stares disdainfully at Tetsuya. Seeing the two, Mary threatens to take drastic action and punish them severely should they put up a fight again. Tetsuya then asks to wear 2 CADs to use magic, which Mary allows. After leaving the room, Morisaki mocks Tetsuya, calling him cocky and stupid, and storms off. While patrolling, Tetsuya saves Erika from being harassed by school club members and takes her away. Later on, Tetsuya watches a fight between Mibu, of the Kendo Club, and Kirihara, of the Kenjutsu Club. In Italy, Mibu wins without using her magic. However, Kirihara attacks Mibu with his Sonic Blade spell, but Tetsuya intervenes, knocks him to the floor and reports him to the disciplinary committee for inappropriate use of magic power. Kenjutsu members then charge at Tetsuya in one go, but Tetsuya overpowers them all with ease, impressing the captain of the Kendo Club, Tsukasa. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for part 2, and more recaps on all your favorite anime shows. You don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching.